Hello everyone. Hope your family and yourself are safe and healthy, and hope all of us are learning the new ways of being Atmanirbhar. So, after a long time, we are again back with the new lecture series of semester 5, and the subject is pharmacognosy and phytochemistry 2. So, today we'll learn about the chapter study of utilization of radioactive isotopes in the investigation of biogenetic studies. In short, I can say that utilization of radioactive isotopes in the biogenetic studies. This is your unit 1, which includes in unit 1 there are two parts. One part include the metabolic pathways and second part include the radioactive isotopes in biogenetic studies. So today we'll study the importance of radioactive isotopes in various studies. First, we should know about the introduction, means what is radioactive isotopes, what are radionuclides, what is the role of radioactive isotopes in the technologies nowadays, tracer techniques, different types of techniques, type of detector used in the radioactive tracers, methods of detector like precursor, product sequence, and all these methods and the applications, grafting methods, mutant enzyme methods, the all, and final what are the role and the applications of radioactive isotopes in the biogenetic study. Let's start with the introduction. First, before studying the radioactive isotope, you should be aware about the biosynthetic pathways. So as you all know, living plants are the biosynthetic laboratories, and which includes both the primary and the secondary metabolites. So inside the plant cell, there are various biosynthetic pathways and the processes take place through which shikimic acid pathway, mevalonic acid pathway, acetate pathway. These are the different pathways. Secondary metabolites provide a bridge between the physical and the life science. So there are different ways and different processes for the determination of radioactive isotopes in the biogenetic studies. For example, we can do through the use of mutant, isolated enzyme system, radioactive tracer techniques, and nowadays NMR methods are also used for the isotopes developments. First, you should be clear about the terminologies which can be used or which are to be used in these radioactive technologies. Biosynthesis. What do you mean by the biosynthesis? Formation of a chemical compound. When we form a chemical compound, this is the synthesis of a compound is known as the biosynthesis. What is biogenesis? Production or generation of living organism from the other is the biogenesis. Primary metabolites and secondary. Primary metabolites are those metabolites that are very useful for the growth and development of the plant. For example, carbohydrate, they are required as a source of energy, fatty acids. But secondary metabolites are derived from the primary metabolites and they have a pharmacological importance. For example, glycoside, alkaloid, resin, tannins, etc. Now, come to the radioactive isotopes. First, what is atom? Atom is composed of a positively charged molecule that is surrounded by a negatively charged electron. The number of electron is equal to the number of protons. This is called as atomic number, which is denoted by Z. And the number of proton and neutron in a given nucleus is the mass number. So what is atomic number? Mass number. Mass number means A is equal to Z plus N, where N is the number of neutrons. Isotopes are the nuclides with the same atomic number but different mass number. That is why I have explained you atomic number and mass number. Now you should know what are atomic number and what are mass number. So they are the nuclides which have same atomic number but have different mass number. The spontaneous degradation of the nucleus and the transmission of one element to another with the emission of rays. The most important, with the emission of rays. The degradation of nucleus from one element to another with the emission of the rays is known as radioactivity. Now come to the techniques which are used as a tool. Means these techniques are used as a process or as a tool for the elucidation, means for the finding the biogenetic pathways. So the methods are tracer techniques can be used, use of isolated organ and tissues can be used, grafting method can be used, mutant strains can be used, and enzymatic studies can be used. Now, first comes to the tracer technique, as we are talking about the tracer technique. Tracer technique means a technique which utilized a label compound. That label compound may be the radioactive isotope to find out the different intermediate or the process which is going place in the biosynthetic pathway in the plants. So it is a technique in which different isotopes, mainly the radioactive isotopes, are incorporated as a precursor of plant metabolite and used as a marker in biogenetic. These radioactive isotopes are used as a marker compound for obtaining the biogenetic studies. Now, radioactive isotopes, the number of radioactive isotopes are the stable elements and found in the nature that can be artificial, produced by the nuclear reactors and the different facilities. You should know what are radioactive isotopes, which are the compounds that can be used as the isotope. For example, carbon 14, tritium, sulfur 35, these all can be used as radioactive isotope. And as we see, the highest half-life, whose half-life is more. For example, tritium has 12.43 years of half-life. Carbon has 5730 years of half-life. And emission is beta. I have told you in the definition that the emission of rays, that is the discharge. So you can draw this table in the radioactive isotope. Tracing of biosignificance. What is the importance of radioactive isotope? They can be used in the biosynthetic pathway. They can be used to quantify the compounds. They can be used for the different studies. This is a convenient and suitable technique. What are the criteria? The selection of radioactive isotope depends on the half-life period, on their specificity. For example, carbon 14 is preferred in biological research only because of larger half-life. We have seen 5340 years is the half-life of carbon 14. So it is more preferred in biological research. Proper labeling. For proper labeling, physical and chemical nature of compound must be known. This is the criteria for the proper labeling should be there. Label compound should involve in the synthesis. If it is not involved in the synthesis, then how should we study the biogenetic studies? It should not the change environment, the system ka environment, it will not able to change it. Advantages. What are the? It is high sensitivity, give the accurate result, most reliable technique. Limitation. There are different chemical, kinetic and the radiation effect. It may be hazardous. And radiochemical purity, high concentration distorting the results. Now, requirement. What are the requirements for doing any radioactive isotope technique? What are the requirements? First requirement is the preparation of the labeled compound. We have to prepare the labeled compound. Then, after preparation of the labeled compound, we have to introduce the labeled compound. For introducing the labeled compound, the precursor should react at the necessary site of synthesis. If it will not react at the synthesis site, then what will happen? Then the reaction will not start. Reactant, substrate, reactant, and then it will give the product. Now, I have told you the introduction. First, what is the first method? Preparation of labeled compound. After preparation, introduction of label. Now, introduction can be done by different methods. For example, the introduction of label compound may be done by root feeding, may be done by stem feeding. The plant in which roots are the biosynthetic sites, we can go for the root feeding. In which substrate can be administered through the stem immersed in the solution, we will go through stem feeding. Direct injection is also one of the method. Then other methods are infiltration, floating method, spray techniques. I have explained you all these in detail in our lectures. Now, separation of compound. Third one, introduction of label. Preparation of label is done. Introduction of label is done. Now, the separation of compound. The separation of compound may be depend on the different extraction methods. Fourth one is the detection. How to detect? So, in this, the detectors play a very important role. The various detectors which can be used are the Ziegler-Muller counters, liquid scintillation counter, gas ionization, mass spectroscopy, NMR, electrodometer, autoradiography, and radiopaper chromatography. So first, let's discuss the detector. The most important is the gas field detector. Consists of the volume of gas between the electrode. It is the main principle behind this is the potential difference. Ziegler-Muller counter are based on this principle. Next is the scintillation detector. In scintillation detector, the interaction between the ionizing produces the UV or visible light detectors. Pure crystals of silicon, germanium, these all are used in the trace amount. Next is the Ziegler-Muller counter. Sometimes short note on Ziegler-Muller counter also came. What is Ziegler-Muller counter? It is a Ziegler-Muller tube, a device for the detection and measurement of all type of radiation, alpha, beta and gamma. In this, it consists of an electrode surrounded by a gas, and this electrode has a very high voltage. The gas may be of helium or argon. So these are the Ziegler-Muller counter. Have the advantage that is inexpensive, durable technique, and disadvantage is that it cannot differentiate which type of radiation is being detected. Autoradiography. It is a technique for the location of radioactive isotopes in the biological system. In this method, as the name suggests, autoradiography, photographic emulsions such as silver bromide crystal in a gel or suspension in a form of express sensitive fields can be obtained. This autoradiograph gives a different distribution of the radioactive labeled in the specimen or the sample. In vivo autoradiography can also be done, and in vitro autoradiography can also be done. Next advantages are they can be very useful in the pharmacological receptors or the tissue identification. Disadvantage, everything binds to everything, easy to misinterpret the results. Ligands are not only very specific. Then MS, mass spectroscopimeter, is also used for the measuring mass to mass charge ratio and for the detection of the radioactive isotopes. This mass spectrophotometer works on this principle. Inlet, we should give an ion source, and this ion source will make the gas phase ions, then mass analysis, then detector system and computer systems is there. Vacuum pumps are also there for the detection. Next is the NMR are also nowadays used as a wide variety of NMRs. Different NMR spectrophotometers are used for the determination of radioactive isotopes. Radiopaper chromatography is also applied for the location of radioactive label, like for example phosphorus 32 in the study of ATP and ADP. Now, methods in tracer technique. If the question comes, what are the different methods? So the first method is the precursor product sequence. Precursor product sequence means in this technique the labeled precursor are generally produced. It is fed into the plant, and after a suitable time the constituent is isolated, purified, and the radioactivity is determined. So this is called as precursor product sequence. After precursor product sequence method, there are different applications. For example, precursor product sequence is application that it is used in the biogenesis of morphine and ergot alkaloids. Second is the double and multiple labeling. As the name suggests, labeling, it may be double or multiple. This method will give the evidence for the nature of biochemical incorporation of the precursor. Double and triple labeling can be done in this method, and this method is extensively used for the biogenesis of the secondary metabolites for the morphine alkaloid study. Next is the competitive feeding. In competitive feeding, the normal intermediate for compound C or from compound A may be either B or B dash. We can understood well with the example or the schematic diagram. This is the competitive feeding. In competitive feeding, this is the precursor B we get or precursor B we dash. From the compound A or C, we'll get both the precursors. So the competitive feeding is done. The example of competitive feeding is tyrosine. From that we can obtain 3,4-dihydroxyphenyl pyruvic acid. Now the applications are also given with the help of different examples. Isotope in fourth one is the isotope incorporation. In this method we should get the information about the position of the bond and the cleavage. Last method is the sequential analysis. For this, most of the biogenetic pathway are very long sequence. So in this we can do the determination with the help of the sequential analysis. And after sequential analysis, the application of sequential analysis and the important example is piperitone to menthol to menthol. So next, B method. First, this all comes under what? This all comes under the isotope, radioactive isotope. Now the B is the isolated organ tissue. The method is based on the isolation of any part plant and then to identify the biosynthesis. C, third is the grafting method. C is the grafting method. In this grafting method is used for the study of alkaloid by the grafted plant. We can graft the plant, different plant together. This is the way how we can graft. We can take the part and we can graft or join the two portion. Next and last is the use of mutant strength. In this mutant strength of microorganism are produced with the lack of certain enzymes. An example of every application steps are given. Well, last is the enzymatic study. By enzymatic study also we can determine it. For example, indole acetic acid have been recognized as a major auxin which is synthesized in plant by the enzymatic studies. Now, what are the applications of radioactive isotope? They are frequently used for the tracing the metabolic ways. Radioactive detector can be attached to the GC or HPLC and can be easily evaluated. Now, what are the questions that can be arise from this portion? That is the role of radioactive isotopes, investigation in the biogenetic, major techniques. I have told you about all the major techniques like radioactive isotope, precursor product sequence, grafting method and all. Explain detail about the methods and used in tracer techniques, applications of tracer techniques. So these all questions may be asked and the answers are given and I have already explained you everything. This is the references. This radioactive isotopes is well given in Rangahari, Sanger also and also from some research articles. Thank you. Be safe, stay healthy and please do like and subscribe our Pharma Ignite channel. Thank you.